Hey everybody, I'm Katie. I'm the curator at My Darling Vintage, and one of the most popular items that we offer at My Darling Vintage is a vintage quality leather handbag. And for me, that is one of my most favorite fashion accessories, and the reason being because a quality vintage leather bag, generally the design is pretty timeless, so it can translate among your many styles that you have personally, and then also you don't necessarily have to have a certain look or a certain style to carry a vintage leather handbag. So today I wanted to show you some of the tricks that I have for cleaning up vintage leather bags. Now you might have a quality leather bag that you've had for a while and it's still constructionally sound, but possibly it's dirty and looks a little roughed up. So there's definitely ways and tricks that you can use to bring the item back to life. So the first leather bag that I will be cleaning up is this bag here. And it's made of a dark brown leather with a glossy finish. And it's in really nice condition, but what is wrong with it is it has these white paint spots on the flap right there. And it's not very noticeable, but you can definitely see that it's there. So a lot of people might not want to carry the purse for that reason. Definitely something that we can clean out. So first what you do is you take just some soapy water and you just get the stain a little bit wet. And next you'll use some leather cleaner. You can get this at your local leather repair store or your local shoe repair store, and it's like $7 or $8, but it's totally worth it because it's an effective product. But you just kind of rub it around on the spot here, and then take a regular household sponge, but make sure that it's a clean one. And what you do is you just very gently buff the surface with the back side of the sponge. You don't want to do it too hard because you can definitely damage or distress the leather too much, but you just put a little bit of pressure and make circular motions. Gone. Alright, so another example. Alright, I have this leather bag here. And this bag does have some surface distress on the leather, but that personally is something I really like because it shows the age and design of the bag, or the quality of the bag. But what it does have here is this white surface scuff. And that's a common problem on leather bags just because you're carrying it around with you all day long. You never know what's going to scratch on it. But that's a common surface scuff, and we can definitely buff that one out as well. And we use the same technique that we used before. Alright, so that one was pretty easy, it just came right out. I have this bag here. This is a vintage Dooney & Bourke. A lot of people probably recognize this style of bag. It's a classic Dooney & Bourke bag. And it's in really nice condition, but the only thing wrong with this one is this right here. It's this little black surface scuff, and these kinds of marks often show up on the bottom trim of a bag just from being set down, but that's definitely something we can buff out. Go with the same technique. Again, just be sure that you are doing it really gently. Don't do it too rough because if there's paint on a bag or the bag is painted, it can take off the paint or distress the leather too much. So just be really gentle. And you also want to make sure you're doing this trick on a quality leather. If it's kind of a lightweight or a leather that doesn't look like it's very high quality, it might hurt it. So just be careful. Right, and then the last trick I have to show you guys, I wanted to show you on this vintage Dooney & Bourke bag. This bag is made of a cream leather, so it's really showing the signs of age and use on the leather. It just has a lot of stains and spots on the surface. All different stuff. Got some like dark stains right there. Some surface scuffs around the bottom. So what I'll do with this bag, first I'll spray it down with some soapy water and put some of the leather cleaner on it. And this is just going to get the initial surface area cleaned.
Get a good feeling, yeah.
Start with this side, and one of the first things I'm going to do is use Windex, and this is actually a great trick for white leather. In this bag, it's like a cream color, but it has like a coating of a darker surface coating just from all the dirt that's accumulated on it over time. So if you just take some Windex and spray the bag just a little bit, you can rub it around, take the back side of your sponge, make sure that's wet with water, and you just gently go over the surface. And by doing this, it just really brightens up the white color of the leather. And this is something you can do a few times. I'm always really cautious, and I buff with the sponge with like a very light pressure or gentle pressure just to be sure I'm not damaging the bag. You do have to be careful. A little bit hard to tell initially the improvement of the bag because the leather gets a little bit wet, so it gets a little bit darker, but as it dries it lightens and brightens right up. And I'm going to do that to the rest of the bag. For cleaning up a bag like this, you sometimes have to put in a little extra elbow grease to get the leather to come clean, but to me it's worth it because these bags hold up and are very quality made and durable. There we go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to check back with My Darling Vintage for your next vintage leather bag buy. Bye!